Welcome to this demo of the Play Cricket Scorer iPad Edition. We will go through the product from end to end and show you how to use it so that you are fully prepared for any game that you score. When you initially open the app, you will be asked to log in. You will need to provide login details given to you by your account used on Play Cricket, which must also be set up as a scorer. If, as a scorer, you are a member of multiple leagues, you may come up with the select a site option. Otherwise, it may just take you straight in. In this version, I, as a scorer, have access to 3 different current websites. Therefore, I will choose my local club, which you should do, which you can tick, and then click done to take you in. The initial page will show, as you can see here, with any competitions that you are doing on the left-hand side. The middle showing any downloaded games, and other games are any custom games which you can create yourself for training purposes. In the top left-hand corner is the refresh button, which you should always click before you start so that you can get the latest details from the Play Cricket website. Click OK once you see the message to download and ensure that you've got the latest copies. To see what games are available from the league you are playing in or scoring, you need to click on the competition drop-down box. In this version, we are doing a friendly game, so we will locate, hopefully, the friendly games from the list of all the available options that are listed. For the purposes of this tutorial, we are going to use a new custom game, which will show in the other section over here. Simply click New Custom Game, New Match. We will enter in our test teams. We will select our players. For both home and away teams. And we will set our captain and wicketkeeper. In a Play Cricket game where you have downloaded the information, this should all be set up, and it will list for the teams the home and away team selected players. If you find in a game it does not have those, you can edit in the same way. In a game that you have downloaded, all of this information will be filled in, but in this demo we will set up a simple 10 over game following normal rules of cricket. It is recommended that you use the show full player names to make it easier to score on the iPad. Other than that, you may leave everything else as is and continue from match setup. With your game, when you are ready to start, you will attend the toss and you will note who won the toss and select the team, which can be done by ticking either, and whether they chose to bat or bowl. And click done. Always choose to score ball by ball. Scoring manually will allow you to edit, but score by ball will show you the game as it unfolds. Once you have determined that you are scoring ball by ball, you will select the opening batter and the non-strike batter and the opening bowler. The game is now ready to start. This is the main screen which will be used throughout the game. In the top corner, you will see the name of the two teams, the home and the away team, their current score, the batters, the on-strikers in blue, the non-striker in white, and the bowler. At any time, you can update the details of each by clicking on the three dots. This allows you to change strike should there be a mistake, change the batter if you have picked the wrong batter, set an alias or nickname if you have two batters with the same name, etc. In the bottom, this is the most used section. This is the scoring system, which ranges from a dot for a dot ball, 1 run, 2 run, 3 runs, 4 runs, 6 runs, 5 or more runs. If you click on the 5 or more runs, you can choose to add runs that don't show on the most common section, plus any penalty runs. Each type of extra is shown wide, no ball, by, leg by, wicket, and then finally end over and match action. On the right hand side, you will see the ball by ball of each over, and all the overs will be displayed. So what we'll do is we'll start with a very simple start of a maiden over. So we will click the dot. Once we have done 6 legitimate deliveries, we will be shown the summary for the over. We can continue the over if required because the umpires have decided the over is not finished, or we can confirm end of over. When we confirm the end of the over for the first bowler, we must choose the second bowler. This will only occur if it is the first bowler and or the other bowler has finished their limited number of deliveries. As you can see, we have now started the second over. We have a score of 0. We have a count of the number of balls remaining, and the new on-strike batsman is in place. Now we will continue with scoring. As you can see, when runs are scored, the batsmen change over. If at any point we find that we have made a mistake in the batter and we want to change the batter, we click on the 3 dots. We can change the name of the batsman, or we can change the strike. Here we will change the batter, so we click on change batter and we will choose the new batsman. We will click done and we will be asked the reason why we are changing the batter. Retired not out, retired out, change due to error. In this example we will choose change due to error, in which case all the current runs are given to the new batter and the name of the batter is updated on the right hand side. Boundaries, 4s and 6s, are simply done via clicking the 4 and 6 button. Again, we will end this over. If we want to continue using the original bowlers, the bowler who is bowling in the pair will show automatically. We can choose done to use that person or click another button to pick another bowler. In this example, we'll choose the same person. Again, we continue. This time we will do a wide. Click on the wide button. The first time that you do a no ball or a wide, it will ask you to verify and confirm the extra values. In some games you may score 2 for a wide. More likely to happen in junior cricket, but in senior cricket we tend to stick to the normal. So we will click the continue scoring. And we will be asked to confirm or cancel the wide. If at this point we want to give the wide more than the one that the wide is given, we can choose any of the other buttons. So if the wide goes for 4 wide, we click the 4 button. We can either confirm 4 runs in the wide or 4 wides. In this case, we will choose 4 wides. If we are happy, we can OK. If we are not happy, we would cancel and the run would not show. In this example, we will click a wide again, but this time we can click 1 for the wide or simply tick the tick box. If the wide goes for 2, we would choose 2. If it went for 3, 3 and so on. But if the wide, as we will show again, just goes for 1 wide and they don't run on it, we just click the wide button and can click either 1, as we did previously, or the tick, and it will show the same. We will complete the over. And this time we will choose a new bowler simply by clicking the tick and clicking done. The new bowler will show and their details will show as well. We can do buys and leg buys in the same way as wides. If we click the buy button, we can again do a single buy. If they run 2 off the buy, we can choose 2 and so on. The same with leg buy. If we click leg buy and they go for 4, we can click 4 and OK. If we do a leg buy and we do it by mistake, so we put 3, we can cancel. As you can see, it doesn't update it. If we do a mistake and accept the mistake, we can use the blue button with the arrow in reverse to redo the run. As you can see, we have now gone back to 3.3 and we can choose another type of extra or normal run. There are many ways to get out in cricket, and each of those are recorded in Play Cricket using the wicket button. So in this example, we will start with the obvious, and we will have a bold example. So we clicked the wicket button. This brings up the current on strike batter, and we choose the type of dismissal. In this case, we will choose bold. We will click done, and because they were clean bold, the other options aren't available to us, and we click done. We are asked to confirm that the wicket has occurred, and we click the tick button, and we will now be asked to provide a new batsman. As you can see on the right hand side, the wicket shows. The number of wickets are shown in the running total and the score. The new batsman has come in, and the game continues as normal. If we have another wicket, and this time they were caught, we will select caught and click done. This time we will collect the details of the person who caught it. In this case we will say the wicket keeper and click done. We will also have the option to have an assist if more than one person was involved, but obviously this went to the wicketkeeper, so there was no involvement. And again, under the old rules of cricket, if they crossed, you could switch over the batsman. Click done to confirm the result, and the wicket shows, and we can choose the next batsman. And we will end the over here. There are also other options under the wicket, dismissal options. As you can see, here is the complete list. The most complicated of these is the run out option. Here we will choose that they were run out, and this time it was the on-strike batter who was run out, and we will choose a new batsman. However, the next batsman we will run out will be the non-striker. To choose the non-striker who was out, we choose the name of the batter from the batted list and change it to the non-striker. We choose the dismissal type, run out, and we can choose who got the run out. But we can also, at this point, choose the number of runs that were successfully completed. So in this case, the non-striker was run out, and he was run out attempting the third run. And so we would choose 2 to show successful completion of the runs. As you can see, we can now choose the new batsman, and we put Ricky back on strike. If the batsman was out at the other end, and as such Merv comes in to be the on strike as they were attempting the third run, we can change the striker if required over here with change strike, and it will swap it so that we can ensure that the right batsman is on strike for the next delivery. So we will continue now with the game, and we will continue. This is a 10 over game, so we are going to just complete the overs. If, as we mentioned previously, we choose a no ball, there are additional options available in the no ball. You can, for instance, hit runs off a no ball, which would be signified by choosing one of the run buttons here, which we will OK. Or we can do no balls with buys and leg buys. In this case, we will choose 3 leg buys. And finally, we can have a no ball with a wicket. Of course, with a no ball wicket, you can only be out 4 ways. And we will choose simply the run out option. and as such we confirm that there was a wicket run out on a no ball. So we will get the new batsman in, we will lose the wicket, but we will continue with the extras. Now we have completed the 9th over, we are into the final over. We will continue the over to the end. And once we continue and finish the final over, we end the over and we confirm the compulsory close of the innings. Now we are complete. When you are at the middle of the innings and everyone is taking their lunch or tea, you have the ability to start the new innings by pressing the new innings button, or to make other match options such as end the match, add a duck with Lewis, score manually, or close the innings as well. You can also, using the 3 dots in the top right, view the current match status, edit the team selection, and view the current scorecard. As you can see, we are able to view everything. We can use the start next innings button, we can cancel, or we can click the done button, which will return us at all times back to this screen. Once we click new innings and we're ready to start, like the start of the game, we will have to select our on strike and non-strike batsman. We will choose our opening bowler and we will do the game as previously. As we continue through the game, we will get more and more details provided, such as the home team requirements, the projected score, and others. It is possible to also modify the game should we spot a mistake in the middle of the game. So, for instance, in this example, in over number 2, Johnny Bairstow to Adam Gilchrist was run. We actually found out that it wasn't, and it was 3 runs and we got it wrong. We can edit that result. So we can edit the result by clicking on the little pen and confirming the new result. In this case, it was 3 runs and we click done. This will modify everything above it. As you can see here, it's harder to see. So what we will do is we will edit it again and we will make it 2 runs, which changes everything. So we click 2 and click done. Now we can ensure that the options are reflected across the rest of the innings, which means the right person is on strike, etc. Or we can just do it for this over to ensure that nothing else is affected going forward, or we can just leave it as is. Typically, if you've made a mistake, you would have spotted it early on and you would say yes to the entire innings. As you can see, it's updated everything and it's changed the scores. It's given an extra run through to the batsman. We can also make modifications and edit the bowler over here. Should we have picked the wrong bowler by mistake? In this case, it should have been Stuart Broad. We can say yes, and we can say yes, he does the whole over, and we would see the update. However, as you should have spotted, that would make a mistake in the overs, so we will simply change it back to we'll simply change the bowler back to another bat bowler. As you can see here, because we did it on the individual, that has changed over the bowler for that individual run. If we want to change it for the whole over, we can change it for the whole over here as well. So there's quite a lot of flexibility to change on the ball by ball or as an over as a whole. We can also add in additional balls. So say we missed a ball, in this case we missed a 1 run, we can add that in, again update the rest of the inning to show the new reflection, and we can also, if required, go through and delete a ball if we have added 1 ball too many, or if required add in a wicket. Again, if we make a mistake and we do not notice it and we put, for instance, the batsman out, we can, even when we've moved to the next over, go back and edit that and change the way they were out. In this example, we clicked the edit button, we chose to change the dismissal type and we'll change it to LBW. We click back again, and once we are happy with the results, we can click done. Even though you may not use it, you have the ability to continue the game under Duckworth-Lewis, which can be accessed from Match Action, Duckworth-Lewis, or the 3 dots at the top, and change the match settings. Sorry, correction. We can add Duckworth-Lewis under Match Actions and Duckworth-Lewis. We can turn on whichever version the league is using, and we can set the figures. So we will take the current target and we will change it from 10 overs to 8. This will update, and we can add any periods of suspension for how long we were paused, etc., if we chose to. So 8:46 and click done, and this will give us a new target. Once we click done, we can choose the type of break. In this case we will choose rain delay. We are using Duckworth-Lewis calculator. This is the Duckworth-Lewis calculator, which we selected here. We can close it, we can end the game, or we can continue. So in this example, we have chosen a rain delay. We are using Duckworth-Lewis stern. We have a target revised of 115, and we have 8 overs in total. Once we click done, we can resume the game now that the rain delay is over, which obviously will cover the number of minutes that a batsman has been in. And we continue the game as normal. This time, however, you can see that we now have a target and a pass score for the game. If at any point we are to have an additional break, you can go back into the game and into Duckworth Lewis again and change the number of overs. Obviously, as this example, we are at the 8th over, we can't change it, but you can change it if the values are bigger, such as in a 45 or a 40 game over. So here, as we have only one over, we must complete it. Once we have completed the final over, we will get confirmation that the game has been concluded and we wish to end the game. Once the game is ended, you will be brought to the scorecards, which you can select by choosing the teams at the top and make any modifications if required, including changing the dismissals, adding any additional extras, or making changes to facts and figures. Once, however, you are happy with the result of the game, you can officially end the match. Exit and save will allow you to go back in and modify the game. Finalize the result will record the result as complete. You will not be able to edit the game, and the game will show as ended. In a game that you are doing from the Play Cricket website, that will show the game is finished, and it will apply the appropriate match result and number of points, etc., based on the rules that you are doing. So again, you will need to confirm the result, in which case this was a win for the home team, which we will see here. And the game is now complete. The game will remain here, where you can click on it to view it and share it, or if you so choose, you may also export to a PDF. So you have a copy that can be sent to people and printed. Or if you click back to go back to the original screen, you can simply remove the game. And that is how to complete the Play Cricket scoring with the iPad version. Thank you for attending this, and I hope you enjoyed it.